As we embark on this global journey of understanding conflicts around the world, our first stop is the Middle East, specifically Israel and Palestine. The recent surge in violence has once again thrust this long-standing issue into the global spotlight. The conflict between Israel and Palestine has deep historical roots, and its impacts are not just felt in the region, but resonate around the world. The recent flare-up in violence has only served to underscore the urgency of finding a lasting solution to this enduring conflict. The world watches with bated breath, hoping for peace and stability in a region that has known too much strife. Next, we turn our attention to Syria, a country that has been in the throes of a decade-long civil war. Secondly, we have Syria. It's a heartbreaking fact that despite living in an increasingly interconnected world, several nations find themselves caught up in the turmoil of conflict even now. These skirmishes stem from a variety of causes, from political turbulence to territorial arguments, from religious dissent to power tussles. The effects of these conflicts are widespread and deeply felt. Here in Syria, a civil war that has raged on for a decade has devastated the country, with relentless fighting between government forces, rebel factions, and jihadist militants. The humanitarian disaster is overwhelming, with multitudes of people displaced and urgently requiring aid. Scene 3. Now, we venture into Yemen. This nation is witnessing a heart-wrenching humanitarian catastrophe, where a Saudi-led grouping is at loggerheads with the Houthi rebel faction. This ongoing strife has landed millions on the edge of starvation and has wreaked havoc on the country's framework. Fourthly, there's Afghanistan. Despite the withdrawal of American troops, conflict continues to ravage the country with the Taliban now in control. Civilian casualties remain high and the country faces a severe humanitarian crisis. The fifth country is Ethiopia. The conflict between the government and the Tigray People's Liberation Front has resulted in thousands of deaths, millions of displacements, and famine in parts of Tigray. In the heart of Europe, Ukraine is the sixth country on our list. The country has been in conflict since Russia annexed Crimea in 2014. The situation escalated in early 2023, with a full-scale invasion by Russian forces. Seventh, we have Libya. Following the fall of Muammar Gaddafi in 2011, Libya has been embroiled in civil war, with multiple factions vying for control of the country. Eighth is Myanmar. The military coup in early 2021 has plunged the country into chaos, with widespread protests and a violent crackdown by the military. In South America, Colombia is our ninth country. Though a peace deal was signed in 2016, the country still faces ongoing violence from rebel groups and drug cartels. 10th is Nigeria. The country is grappling with multiple conflicts, from Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast to farmer-herder clashes in the central regions. Scene 11. At last, we turn our attention to Somalia. Despite concerted attempts to bring stability, Somalia continually grapples with the violence instigated by al-Shabaab militants and conflicts amongst clans. In summary, the conflicts in Israel, Palestine, Syria, Yemen, Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Ukraine, Libya, Myanmar, Colombia, Nigeria, and Somalia serve as a grim wake-up call to the of war. These clashes have led to a heart-wrenching loss of life, extreme human suffering, and mass exodus of people. It underlines the fact that peace is not an inherent condition, but a goal that necessitates relentless efforts each passing day.